just got the bearings and seals out of this Yz426f bottom end case, and it's fairly easy. The most challenging one was this clutch actuator arm bearing. It's pretty tight to get in there, but with the proper slide hammer, I used this one from Harbor Freight, Pittsburgh brand, and also used Maddox bearing race and seal driver set to just bang the bearings out. It's fairly easy. Just throw them in the oven, 350 degrees, 10 to 15 minutes, get them nice and heated up, and should come right out. Just waiting on the parts now, and then it's assembly time. I ran a flex zone through the cylinder. It's got a nice 45-degree crosshatch. Gonna take apart the head, put new valve seals in there. Got all new OEM bearings coming in. Every single bearing and seal is going to be replaced, as well as most of the bolts. New cam chain coming in. I'll show you all the parts when they get here, and we'll take it from there. All the parts here for the 426 engine rebuild. Got everything labeled out. Just waiting on the piston and the other cam chain guide, and then it'll be all ready to go. Got the new crankshaft right in there. Got the gaskets, piston rings, every seal, all the case bearings right here. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna get this water pump rebuilt. I got this bag here with the OEM water pump bearing, the seals, the kickstart seal. I got a new impeller shaft, and that'll be the first thing I do, because right when I get the bearings in the cases, I want to be able to get everything installed on this clutch side case and then put the whole cover on. This way everything is nice and secure, no dirt or anything can get in there, and we'll take it from there. Crankshaft right here. This is special. Brand new 426f crank from the factory. Alright, here we go. We're on the 426f build. We got the crankshaft in there along with some assembly lube. We got the main shaft and the counter shaft in there. Everything spins freely. All is good there. So next up, what I'm going to do is got this dowel pin there, new O-ring with it. I got this opposite side case here. What I'm going to do on that side is put the oil strainer in, and then from there I'm going to probably put the manual says to put the Yamalube 4 on the opposite case and then put it on this side, but I don't like the idea of having to fit this over and not hit the crank, so I'm just going to carefully put it around these edges here. I think it's better to put it on the side that's down first, and then just put the other half right on top. I see a lot of people doing it on both, and I don't think that's necessary, so that's the next step. seal. Grab the last new one for the exhaust. Dip it in some oil. And then grab the pliers, put it back over the slot. And then we'll push down with the fingers gently. And that's it. It's in there. Don't need to put any excessive force on there. Once you see, let me try to get the camera angle in there. So once you can kind of look through the valve seat right there, you see that piece of, as you can see through the metal tube. See how it's smooth? Right there. There's no gap in between the new seal and the actual the valve seat where it rides in, so that's good to go. Good to put that valve back in. And now we're just going to put some assembly lube. It's called for molybdenum disulfide oil, but I think this is the same stuff. It's just assembly lube, making sure everything stays nice and lubricated. There we go. Now we're going to slide that valve back up in there. Nice and carefully twist it through that seal as we go so we don't tear anything up. That's through. Good, and then we're going to put the spring and the retainer back on the same way it went off. Put this valve compressor back on it. And the biggest pain in the ass is getting those keepers in there, but it's some patience. It's fairly easy. Try to get in the camera view so you can see what we got here. So once we get down far enough, then we can start putting in those keepers. All right, so now I'm gonna drop one in there at a time. Don't think I'm gonna be able to get this on video. Gotta be over here. Get one keeper in. There's one. I'll drop this one on the opposite side. There's two. And I don't know if you can see that. Once you get those keepers in the position right there, underneath where it seats, then we can start bringing the spring back on up. As you bring it up, make sure those keepers lock into place, which they are. And then another valve done. Bada bing, bada boom. Keeping it moving. Exhaust valves are done. Keepers are in the place. The new valve Cs are set. Now we're on to the intake valves. All right, here's the two old seals. Just gonna throw them in the old original bag. And then now we got these three new OEM intake valve seals that we're gonna throw in the intake valves, one at a time. The 426 is done. Got it all together late last night and didn't really want to start it up too late because I know this thing is loud. So yeah, it's ready to start up. Got the oil in it, got the coolant. Double, triple checked every single nut and bolt. We're all good to go.